Welcome to My Development. This is a Sin Story on Coaching. This is about your commitment in becoming the great leader that every employee deserves.
My coaches inspired me to emulate them. It was not in the same area, but the kinds of things that the manner in which they went about doing things were what really struck a chord with me.
I've had several good mentors, coaches that have helped guide me from when I was very new in my career and thought I knew everything, and was really aggressive to understanding how to modulate my personality and my behaviors to work and blend effectively with everybody.
It's caring, it's being compassionate, being understanding. It's listening more than you talk. And when you talk, have something to say.
So I think everybody needs guidance, both personally and professionally. And everybody has questions, and they want those questions answered so that they can be better at what they're doing in both their profession and their personal life. So they need somebody they can rely on, who they can trust.
For 8, 10, 12 hours, a team member's leader sets a tone and a culture that they experience throughout the day. It's how they interact with the other teams, it's how they're coached, it's how they perform. That coaching translates to how that team member then goes home and experiences community. Whether it's how they interact with their neighbors, or how they drive home that day, and probably most importantly is how they then interact with their family. And I think that's something that we can never underestimate, the power and the gift that our leaders give to our employees. And that's why it's so important that every employee deserves a great leader.
You spend such a large part of your life working, and I think you need that fulfillment, and you need that feeling that when you go home in the evening you're doing something that you want to do. And I think for people who have real desire around what they do, that they always need to be moving. And career progression is not always changing jobs, but it's changing the way you do things and changing the things you do.
If you want to stay in this job, let's make you as great as you can be in this job. If you want to move forward, then let's figure out what things we need to do to have you move forward. But either is fine. So it's okay to be where you are if you want to do that. Let's just make you great at what you're doing.
I think the ultimate goal of feedback is just that. It's feedback. I mean, it's open dialogue between two people. It's not feedback if I sit down with an employee and I tell them what I think. I've got to know what they think as well.
I don't just say this is the best way to handle something, because I don't know everything. The people that I have working in certain positions, they're the folks that have the subject matter expert opinion on things. So asking the right questions can lead people to come to their own conclusions, and usually much better than what the leader can do, because they're not the hands-on person.
The one thing that you realize along the way is you're not good at everything, and there are a lot of people around here that are good. So you try to seek out their guidance as you go down the road. But obviously if you jump in and get started, you'll understand where you need some assistance.
So when people take time to help me with my experiences and help me with my competencies, it really means they care. And it is my job as a manager to pass it on to my team and my people, because that shows that I care too.